Countdown clock on the overlay. Chat scrolling fast, can't read a thing. Got my day ones, got some new names. All riding in on this pixel wave. Scene switch quick, that raid just hit. Hype train glow with the stickers lit. I say, yo, fam, this our year. You spam those emotes, fill the screen in hell. Rocking in the new year on Steve's very own. Every fall like a firework blow. From the VODs to the live shows on. We're loud, we're here, we're here. Rocking in the new year on Steve's very own. From the lunch walk to the chat full blown. If you're in this stream, you're never alone. We're loud, we're loud, we're here, we're home. Take that shot when the timer drops. Hit go live and the beat just pops. Got bad jokes and my best friends, turning quiet nights into wild weekends. Pull up chairs in a digital room. Turn that late night scroll to a full-on boom. I say 3, 2, 1, let's ride. You flood the screen, all caps in the sky. Rocking in the new year on Steve's very own. Every follow like a firework blow. From the VODs to the live shows on. We're loud, we're here, we're home. Rocking in the new year on Steve's very own. From the lunch walk to the chat full blown. If you're in this stream, you're never alone. We're loud, we're here, we're home. Type it out, let me see those hands in the chat all across the lands. From the small screens glow to the massive dreams. We're building this brick by brick as a team. New year, same crew, new place to own. New clips, new bits, new inside jokes. Turn it up till the neighbors know.
People say I am the best boss. They go, God, we've never worked in a place like this before. You're hilarious. And you get the best out of us. I think that pretty much sums it up.
Click on the stream, light the spark. Steve's very own, tearing through the dark. Boom, my fingers on the keys. Old school rhythm, bend in the breeze. Building his world one clip at a time. Pixel by pixel, climbing the climb. No map, no guide, just the screen's glow. Steve very own and the show. Hey chat, you there? Hey chat, who cares? Steve's very own. Breaking the code. He's got the fire. Riding the load. Steve's very own. The crowd's his own. Streaming his soul into the unknown. Gamepad shaking, voice alive. Every moment's fight or survive. Boomers laugh, cuts through the air. Trolls and fans, they're all out there. Pixels crackle as the scenes collide. He's got the heart to stem the tide. The grind, the rise, the late night tunes. Steve's anthem under the moon. Steve's very own.
right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
You are enjoying
Wherever
Steve's
you are,
very own
wherever you've
life.
been, wherever you're going. Happy Wednesday. Sorry about yesterday. Yesterday for Tux Tuesday was a no-go. Had my schedule kind of changed around a bit and things didn't work out. Shame because I had a few things to show. But I should be able to fit in a makeup on Friday. So we'll do Tux Tuesday, Friday. I don't know. Not being very clever. So today I'm just going to chat and do a few things. Looking at Tangia, I got it working on the Linux side. Now I was going to add it to my Windows side. Tangia has a lot of things. All I'm actually interested in is the TTS. So in Windows, TTS works pretty good with StreamerBot and SpeakerBot. And don't particularly need Tangia, but I'm gonna because it's got some cool stuff in it. I'm gonna add it anyway, mostly for the TTS. But there's a lot of other things that you can do. But we're just starting out with the TTS. Why? Because on Linux, I can't use SpeakerBot, and in StreamerBot, the voice control is actually using it's set up to use Windows voice control. So when you speak, like if I do show task list, just worked before I went on stream. God, dog it. TS and pause microphone volume threshold reached 80%. This is what I wrong scene. God damn it. This is what I get for trying to get two systems going. So let's take a look right now at the settings. Speaker bots. Audio output. Is that the voice? The default. We are logged in. Logged in on StreamerBot. I had us just stream in or sign into StreamerBot. I'm also playing with the StreamerBot decks, so I'm going to use my older tablet for a StreamerBot deck instead of having me have to go in and click on test for the commands. I can do it right from the tablet. Got it working decently on Linux. But I think every time I sign in on another platform, I got to re-sign in, and things weren't hooked up. So let's see. Testing 1, 2. That's working. Let's go look at StreamerBot and voice settings. Microphone, log. Okay, it's working. Speakers. The microphone gets kind of tricky sometimes. It's just me. Just me. Okay. That's all working. Let's go back here. I was getting a timeout in the event logs. Oh, now it shows it's been resumed. All right, let's go back. Show task list.
You are enjoying Steve's very own life.
So that's what I mean by voice control. You can control things with your voice. You can't do that on Linux. Even in wine or bottles, you're to get the Windows voice control in there. I don't think I'm even going to attempt. I have not seen on the StreamerBot forum where someone's been successful with that. So this also does TTS. So SpeakerBot handles the TTS that's sent from the chat. Well, I still would like to have that on Linux. Well, Tangia, that's where Tangia will come in. And um, I have a clone voice for all of you that are hating me for the AI, but there's a bunch of other voices in there that you can request. And it's going to be the same amount in Twitch. Most of this only works in Twitch. YouTube, we're gonna look because supposedly Tangia, I set up for the multi-platform. Supposed to work, but I'm not sure how it does it through YouTube. So we're gonna take a look at that today too. All right. Hi, task list. Hi, task list. Okay, that's working. All right. So the other thing is here we go. The StreamerBot deck. Go back to decks. Because now this might work if I do a launch here. Okay, no, that was embarrassing. I guess one thing I'm going to have to look at between the Linux and the Windows platform is that I'm signed in to both platforms, the StreamerBot platform. That's working now. So now the deck should work. I thought I was going to have to do a separate deck. One for Linux, one for Windows, which I'm probably going to do anyway because there are some things that are different. But let's see. Let me go back to the decks here. I'm figuring out how this works. Let's launch the deck here. And ow! Excellent. So on the Windows side in Touch Portal, I can get some of the StreamerBot actions to work. Most of these work on the Windows actions. But I figured I got this tablet sitting here. It's an old Galaxy S2. So this is what, there, let me go to a bigger screen here. So nice looking, it's a web deck.
You are enjoying Steve's very own live.
Probably not right now they are. And you can set it up the same way as SpeakerBot. So instead of having a Stream Deck, which could be relatively expensive, I already have my good tablet, and then I have this old tablet that's sitting there that I was going to get rid of, but I'm like, let me see if I can get the deck to work. See, and
okay, it is. So I have a bunch of others, so you can adjust the size of the grids on this. You don't have to leave it up on your computer. It's just a web app. So I created a home page in the Google browser on the S2, and it will go right to the decks. And I'll be able to handle the actions instead of going to and having it test. They'll be right in front of me now.
Because this is what's reflected on the tablet. And we'll set up a couple. Total OS today. Let's get up and dance. Are you getting any of that snow out east? Or is it farther east of you? How you doing, Carmine? So this is what the deck. So you can adjust the grids, make it smaller, add more. You just got some snow? Yeah, we haven't gotten any here in the Midwest. So that's pretty lucky. Man, out east is just getting hammered. Hammered. So, let's see. Let me go to. So I'll have the two decks here, and I'll be able to control some more. I'll really have my spaceship going. Complicated? Man, not really. Just trying to figure out what I wanted to do with some of this old technology. You just did a minor windshield repair on your cousin's Camry? I just have to find a comfortable place to put these in that. So that is the StreamerBot deck. And then one of the other things that when I do go over when I do Tux Tuesday on Friday, gonna go over the apps that I use. I got through my deck, I got scripts to work, so I can do the voice changes there. On the StreamerBot side, the chat window that I get on Windows, or if you were on Linux in a not even on Linux, on Windows is a web-based, but it's part of StreamerBot. They do have a web-based one, but I wasn't able to send messages like I can on this one. Turns out you have to also be signed in with a password to be able to send messages to that, and I fixed that, and I'll show some of those things when I stream on Friday. Should be able to stream on Friday. Lots of trucks there, traffic, stones, boom. How does Droid Cam work out for me? I'm using it right now. It is on my Samsung S8. The camera is like a good step above a 920. I can't get the clarity. The 920s, if you have especially with natural lighting, it looks great. But here, and probably because of some of the lighting I have throughout the room, here's a side camera here, not satellite. Doesn't look too bad because I didn't really adjust it well. It's not looking right into the light. Whereas the S8 and with Droid Cam, you can control some of the controls. You can control the controls through the web browser. Since you asked, if I made a tab for it. And this is all the controllers in that, so you can do all your white balancing from here. So you can do it USB or Wi-Fi. I recommend USB, but you could walk around. I guess if you wanted to do a travel through the house, I can do a travel through the house. EV, that's yeah, I forget what that is, and you can zoom. So the one problem is you know like when you set up your camera, the control is like it's actually behind the camera, and you can't get to it. So it being Wi-Fi and you set up you actually in Droid Cam, it has a web address, and you put it in your browser, and you can control your settings from there. Love the Droid Cam. Does it give me issues sometimes? Not in clarity.
You are enjoying Steve's very own live.
I gotta come up with something else for that announcer guy. Every time I go back to this scene, I got it set up to go out this, but you can see, I mean, it's I do have two key lights in front of me. I do have two key lights behind me, reflecting off the closets and the doors here, to kind of give a little separation in the background. It would look a lot different. I have a side light on here I normally don't have on. I'm going to turn it off. So, make it a little bit darker. I could leave it on for side lighting and that. Oh, with Droid Cam, you have to install the client. Now, the client you can install on Linux and Windows. And I'm talking about on your PC and the Droid Cam app on your Android phone. You may have to turn on developer mode on your phone, and sometimes you have to have that ADB installed on your system too. But the Droid Cam website has a pretty good what you should install on it and that. You install the free version on Windows. Yeah, Droid Cam is absolutely free. You don't pay for it no matter what. But it it works fine for me. I turn it off when I'm done with it. And you can see the color is pretty good. You can adjust it. It's a lot more adjustable than through the controls in OBS for the Logitech. Oh, you know, the so I'm gonna go to Tangia. So now, for right now, we're gonna go in and we're gonna take a look at setting up Tangia. And basically, all it is it's a free service, free TTS service. Free up to 20,000 characters a month that they can send. You can limit the size of the messages so it doesn't use up all the characters. Then if you want to use more of some of the really fancy stuff on it, you know, there's a paid cycle in that. The TTS isn't used a whole lot, but I think people do enjoy using it when they do. So, and music. Let's get some music going. Okay, and again, if you are on YouTube, you won't hear any music. You gotta come over to Twitch. I am already signed up. Let's see. So I there's a multi-platform, so you know I wanted to work on both YouTube and mostly it mostly works on Twitch, but I wanted it to work on YouTube too. Let's see. With the multi-platform, more you can use Tangia anywhere. And the thing is, like, especially when you add stuff for YouTube, you have to be live. Like, I guess you could do a private stream to check it out, but so let's see. Might not be a good thing for YouTube, but we'll see. I just gotta actually set up a scene in OBS. In here. Okay, I'm gonna go to desktop left. And then the studio mode, so you guys can see what's going on. Go to my StreamerBot actions. When I signed up for about a month or so ago and never really did anything with it, because I do have the TTS functions through StreamerBot in Windows, but it's when I started doing stuff again on Linux that I didn't have it, TTS. So we're going to create a browser source. We're going to call it Tangia. We are going to make it 1920 by, and oh, come on, I can't even type anymore, I swear. 1920 by 1080. And then I need see, where's the browser? There we go. That's where it is. I'll show you where I found this in a minute. I'm going to copy that source. Paste that in. Okay. And then we're going to do a test overlay. Here we go. And I have to control audio via OBS. Okay. There we go. Now come up. We'll do another test.
Hey, this is Tangia Dan, one of the developers at Tangia. If you can hear me, then it's working. If not, make sure you turn on monitor output for your Tangia browser source.
And I couldn't hear it because I got to monitor it. So did you hear that one, Carmine? We'll do another test overlay.
Hey, this is Tangia Dan, one of the developers at Tangia. If you can hear me, then it's working. If not, make sure you turn on monitor output for your Tangia browser source.
Okay. As simple as that. Now let me get out of studio mode off. Go back to the desktop right. So the Tangia home, it shows you kind of like your actions. You don't have to leave this up. You can actually close this. You don't need this on if you're using it. You can use it to monitor it, but it's not totally necessary in that. So these are all the interactions. These are all, I turned some of them off, but there are a crap ton of TTSs in that you can have sent a message to. They're either done with tokens. I set them up. I set 3 of them up to be used in Twitch, to be used with your channel points that you earn on Twitch. Right now, I still have to work on figuring out if how this can be used in YouTube. But we will look at that in a moment. So let me bring up Twitch. Go to my channel. Mute it so I don't hear myself twice. So in Twitch, we use channel points or bits. Bits will cost you. You have to buy them from Twitch to use them, and I earn from those. I don't make anybody do that with some stuff yet. Let's see. Here we go. So Um, I have three TTSs set up right now. One will be kind of like an echoey, like, oh, like inner thoughts that you can send, like, what am I thinking now? And then one, it's in my speaking voice, and then one in me getting a phone call, and it sounds like it's coming from a phone. So, you just select the TTS. Yeah, Tangia is just it's another type of service. It doesn't work through StreamerBot at all. Anybody can that's on Twitch can use it. Again, I'm gonna figure out what we need to do for this TTS to work on the YouTube side. And we can send a message.
Steve's very own just redeemed Tangerine, Steve's TTS for 500 points.
Steve's very own sent, "Hey Carmine, how do you like this?" I can't spell. How do you like this? How do you like this? If I want, I can also add to take like I started turning a lot of them off, and it also shows up then in the chat. But let's see, Wilford. Here we go. We can do Nick Cage, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ben Shapiro. I don't want him on my stream. Bonk, Sad Hamster. I don't know half of these. But there's a lot of character TTSs that you can use. So we'll do Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let's see. Oh, I got 3 set up already, so I can't add any more unless I pay for it. So that's a good thing to know. So let's take a look to see if we can figure out how we set this up. On Windows. Under settings. But yeah, this is another free type service that streamers can use just to add more engagement to their stream. You can give it your voice, which I did, and it's using my voice for all the AI haters out there. And so someone said that I should give a warning before my stream starts that because I have AI starting out the stream. Oh, God. Would it surprise you that they were Linux users, too? Yeah, not at all. Okay, let's see. Okay. What's this? What's the viewer page? Oh, is this what I think? Oh, interesting. I think this is how. Okay, so basically on YouTube, I could set up where a link goes through. At least this is what it looks like to me right now. A link goes through, and you would come to this page where you would have, and this is I'm probably going to take it off of YouTube because I don't expect anybody to buy these. They're tokens to be able to use the TTS from YouTube. On Twitch, I'm allowing the channel points that you earn by watching, which is separate from the ones I give through StreamerBot. A little confusing there. But the ones that I have, the system that I have through StreamerBot does not chat with Twitch on points. It's two separate things. So basically, when you're in the chat and you're using commands, the exclamation mark, and then like roll, whatever I have, then you can, you would be using the points that you earn that I give from StreamerBot. In Twitch, you also earn channel reward points as you watch, and these are separate from the ones that I give. But you don't need the command. You can just, I don't have all my stuff set up, but on any of these, if I redeem that, boo, and that comes up. Now this is great. I love this Inception. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go. So it's using the commands from StreamerBot, but it's a different point system. Okay. Now that I got you greatly confused, this is a way for someone that's not on Twitch to be able to use the commands. I get it. And you can buy. I don't see anybody ever spending this much money for tokens unless you're, it's totally different. So this token thing is a little whacked. So, and I can't just do a command. I believe I cannot just do a command with StreamerBot to get it to work with Tangia and bypass this. So this is going to be put on the back burner for now. They got a lot of cool stuff in here. You can, not just TTS, but all sorts of images and stuff that you can come up to have fun with. Yeah, there's a whole lot, but yeah, I don't foresee anybody purchasing tokens outside of Twitch to do this. Not to be offensive, but I don't see any of the YouTube followers wanting to do this. Because I know I can, I don't know if they set up the minimum prices. Let's see. Switch back to Creator Studios, interactions. But the good thing is, it gives streamers a chance to earn some money. So we can lower prices, and the maximum goes up to oh wow, 10,000 bits. But out of 10,000, I would earn 8,000 if we were doing it the bit way. The bit way. Yes, very, very interesting. But I was looking for just a way to add TTS to my Linux stream, but it's only going to be for Twitch. And I guess we could do fire sales. Interesting. Okay. So Tangia is simple enough to set up. It's just a browser source. It has all these other little things, actions and that you can do besides a TTS, and that's just one portion. Something can show up on the other side. I don't think I could test anything else. Well, they do have where if you're a streamer, you can do a Tangia monitor overlay. How it works? How does that work? So it's only Windows version only. Set overlay. Oh no, I'm thinking it's something else. The application will launch immediately into a transparent click-through state. You should see the Tangia logo pop up as a running application in your nav bar. There will be also a new application in the hidden icons also. Okay. Not what I thought it was, but I guess then it would be a way for me to run the items in that. Oh, I signed out. There we go. So if I test. Let's see, let's send a test. Okay. Here they go. They got a Cortana TTS. Oh, God. What the hell is that shit? Thought mine was bad enough. Most dangerous cat. What's
no
that?
rules, no boundaries. He doesn't flinch at torture, human trafficking, or genocide. He's not loyal to a flag or a country.
Interesting. Clean the stream. What else does it do? And so you can adjust where some of these are. So if we go to the settings, yes. So like the spotter interactions, I guess there's some kind of Tangia party, kind of pop-up events. So you can adjust these where you want. I'm gonna bring that down a bit. I look at the TTS right where it's at. I don't know, pop-up events and that. Oops, gotta hit save. This is all, again, this is all web-based. See. We can do snow on the stream. Oh, isn't that pretty? Am I using the bloat version of Windows? No. With some of the stuff that's removed with the debloat, kind of makes StreamerBot not work. So I don't do the debloat version. Oh, Stewie TTS. There, that Stewie's always a good one. What else they have here? Oh, they got Optimus Prime. Cat falls out of the chair and explodes. Okay. To be honest, some of these are a little bit lame, and I can make these alone, you know, without having to do this. Here, this one goes out to all the red caps.
See, the more you around, the more you're going to find out.
Fuck around and find out. Basically, what this would do is you wouldn't be able to create things as far as I can tell. But these are a lot of these things you can actually build your own in StreamerBot. You might be able to do it actually a little bit better. Yes, Fafo. So did you watch the State of the Bunion last night? That was a painful bunion. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh man. Bonk the streamer. Oh, I think. Oh, that. Sorry, Tangia. Some of these are pretty lame. You know, I can't. You know, it's like okay, I'll watch a little bit. You can't not watch it. But it was like watching a train wreck, and the just the lies and the clapping monkeys on the other side. You know, you should have put symbols in their hands. You know. Just so for some that might be on not not that StreamBot is hard. It takes a little bit to learn, but it's not hard. You don't need to know code. I guess it does help. You can make things a little more not cohesive, a little more customized because you can use a lot of code to do that. But the actions that are in StreamBot actually make it very simple. You want this, you do this, you have this move, and there's things you set up in OBS. This will kind of let you have that stuff without having to do it yourself. But as I'm walking, like I see a lot of streamers use the Peepo dance, or there's one with the lizard. There's a lizard that people like. Let me see if I can find that one. But this can for the chatters. That's gonna be kind of expensive. It's kind of a cool setup. But a couple of the gifts that were, I think I could make something better than that. That's just me. Oh, thank you, Mr. President. Oh my God. Ask AI Trump a question. Does this do a test? No, that one.
Steve's very own asked me, this is a sample of what my voice sounds like. I am not real. Are you real? Oh, I'm as real as it gets, believe me. A former president, the greatest of all time, with the biggest rallies and the best words, unlike some things out there. There's no fake news about me. It's all big, it's all great, and it's all true. So yes, I'm real, folks.
Oh, good. Good. This I see it on that, yeah.
Test 1, test 2.
That's kind of ridiculous. Yeah. Well, we'll see how. Like I said, I'm just here for the TTS. Someone should have hacked this speech into an AI fart online. Like, I'm sure there were, from what I understand. All right, so yeah, setting up these others. Because I know a few of my Twitch streamer friends do have this some Tangia stuff set up, but not all of them. But I don't know who's paying for it or what they're paying for. So let's see. Okay, so You can get a 7-day trial with Tangia Plus, which adds more chat to the or text to the chat, more interaction. Over 22,000 compared to 20. You get 2,000 more. One extra TTS slot. But then $10 a month. Yeah, I don't. I actually don't. I could be wrong. I mean, I've had people do donations in that already, or do bits through Twitch, and subscribed on Twitch, where I am an affiliate, and making a little bit of cash, not much. But I don't know. It looks nice, but you know, I wouldn't be making to offset this, so it wouldn't make sense to use it completely in a paid version. So we'll see how the free version goes. The limits that I have, I think if I have to, I'll limit the amount of text that can be used. But again, I'm looking for something that I can use on the Linux side as a TTS. The options are, right now the only options are web version. There is.
You are enjoying Steve's very own live.
There is a plugin for OBS. The same gentleman that made the background remover. At least there's 2 background remover plugins that you can get for OBS. The first one was by Roy Schillett, and I forget who the second one's by, but he calls his Light. Because it's supposed to use less resources. I tested it and found out, to me, it used the same resources. But it did text, it did speech to text. And you can have it capture a certain text source. So with StreamerBot, you can capture that text. Because I do it, would be something like this with my highlighter. Grabs the text off the chat that I have. Kind of like what Social Stream Ninja does. Or StreamYards. So there would be a way to, I'm sure there's a way to combine it for, because you can then have, he had that open source voice activation system, probably not naming it right, but it's one that Popey added his voice to, and it was pretty good. But the developer Roy Schillett does that one too, and right now they're not being developed. He's kind of put those on hold. So again, is TTS important? No, but it can be fun, and I know I'm not going to have a one-to-one, what I have on Windows is not what I'm going to have 100% over on Linux. That is not the case. So I'm looking for things that would kind of supplement that. For me, voice control then is totally out the window because you can't get it to work in wine or bottles. And then without that, and because SpeakerBot won't work. If SpeakerBot worked, I can get Google or 11 Labs or something like that, 11IO, their voices to do like TTS. So that's what I'm looking at and testing out and seeing what I can do. Again, some might say why, and I say why not. It's what I got going on now. I would like not to go backwards. I am kind of having some of the fun with some of the challenges that I'm having, but I'm also getting more aggravated with the challenges that I'm having. And, as I look back, when I went from Linux to Windows to stream, and how I didn't have to worry about workarounds in that, I felt free. So, but I have some cool things that I'm working on. I'm learning how to create, and it's a little about automation. So there is a plugin for Linux so when I stream, I still use Social Stream Ninja, but I use it for it grabs the emotes that float around the screen. That's all I use it for these days. As big and powerful as that program is, that's all I use it, because I can't find anything that's closely related to being standalone for emotes to float around the screen. Then I use my YouTube Music, Social Stream Ninja, Touch Portal for my tablet, and of course StreamerBot and SpeakerBot. So I can now automate those with this particular plugin called the Auto Start. It's under Tools. It's called the Auto Starter. And I have, if I'm just testing and I don't need all my programs out, I just need StreamerBot and SpeakerBot to come up, I can launch the apps. Right now I'm on my my live. So I do launch apps and I get SpeakerBot, StreamerBot, SpeakerBot, Touch Portal, YouTube Music, and Social Stream Ninja all to launch without me having to go click on each one to launch it. And they come up pretty quick. And then when I'm done, I just quit apps and the apps will close right away. So that plugin is Linux only, or Jesus Christ, I can't talk.
You are enjoying
is Windows only,
own live.
so you can't get those to work on Linux. Well, you can get Bash scripts to work. And the three programs that I use, Touch Portal, or of the three programs, Touch Portal, Social Stream Ninja, and YouTube Music are all app images. You can get a script to get those to auto start. And my tablet, when I go to the Linux side, my tablet comes up with a script like I could start for the voice changes through the tablet now too. StreamerBot, yes, it is king. There is one other StreamerBot like program. It was before StreamerBot. Very different. What was it called? I know a couple of streamers that still use it. They actually use that and StreamerBot. Some find it more easy to use. It is. Sammy? It was called Sammy? Or it is called Sammy now? No. Video. Yeah, that's right. It's Sammy now. It used to be Leorian board. Here we go. So Sammy is more graphical. You have these nice big buttons to use. It works with OBS, Twitch, YouTube Live. It does have a voice control, although I don't hear many using it like in Linux and Wine. But you know, I do a lot of playing around with my streamer bot, but it also adds a lot of automation to the streaming to where you can send, you know, messages out automatically. I have the chat sees what music I'm playing. You know, I have the shout outs. You know, you have just, you know, someone has entered on Twitch, someone has entered on YouTube. I've never looked at Sammy. But it looks, like I said, I know a couple of streamers that use it, and they like it. And again, it's free. But again, I think it's you know, let's look at downloads. Does not look. Accept donations. But here's the download. So but let's take a look. Let's see if we can find something. Let's see. Well, oh, so back to that same page. While it may be possible to run Sammy on Linux or Mac using Wine, we cannot guarantee full functionality and do not offer technical support for this setup. If you choose to use Wine, ensure that it is configured to emulate Windows 10 or later. Whereas on the StreamerBot side, they have a complete installation guide. Again, I found the bottles, you know, if someone is not too pissy about putting GNOME on their system, any GNOME type applications on that, the bottles was so easy compared to this. But this is, I did this. Through 2 years ago, I did this on Pop OS. I followed the instructions. They have it for Ubuntu and Arch. You know, sudo apt install Winetrick, sudo Winetrick self update, sudo apt install git curl. Then you go through these installers. You get the StreamerBot installer. It installs. pretty much, and it worked. It was the first time that I used wine, and I got it to work. The old guy got it to work. And then in the Discord StreamerBot forum, they do have support. They have they have several Linux people that try to get things to work. Sometimes it's very active, and sometimes, like now that I've been asking questions, it's gotten a little bit inactive. No, we don't want this old guy to come in. But in the bottles installation, they have pre applications already set up in it, and StreamerBot is one of those. It was very easy. It's working a little bit better, but again, you can't get SpeakerBot to work on it. Which takes away some of the functionality. The chat that I use comes out of SpeakerBot, but then there's a web-based one that you can use. That's fine. But if you are someone that uses programming and you do C#, the programming window opens up blank. You can't use it. Why? I am not sure the technical part of that, why some of the things aren't working, but basically wine bottles is an emulator. Bottles is just a fancier way of wine, but it was so easy to install. But following the directions here, all of a sudden YouTube music keeps pausing. Are you still watching? No, I'm not watching videos. I'm listening to music. I turn the videos off. So at least with StreamerBot, you have somewhere to go to ask questions and that. So, all right. So let's see. With that said, oops, I didn't want that. Okay. Oh, this is my website. You want a website? CarmineDoris.to has free ones, and you can set up. I did the background. I was able to do the background. See, it shows me streaming. You can set that up. I got some of my commands, excuse me, in there. Although it doesn't update the followers. I have 128 now followers on Twitch, and that doesn't show up. But that's not what I wanted to click on the decks. I just, like how you stream, how anybody else streams in that. There's no right way, there's no wrong way, there's no good way. There's always a good way. I guess there could be a bad way, but there's, how one streams is up to them, just because I'm doing it, and I joke with you in that, but some of the stuff, do you really need it? Possibly not. Would you have fun with it? Not probably in the beginning. I didn't. I had to learn a lot. But the engagement, the automation that I'm doing with it, the fun that I'm having, beats all that. You can just do so much. All right, so I started. Do I have to re-sign back in? No, I'm signed in. What happened to my one action? Whack the decks. Let's see. And I have to get into the developer mode on this tablet so I can kill the screen going to sleep. All right, Carmine. Well, thanks for hanging out with me for a bit. Appreciate it. Take care of yourself, and I'll try to catch you on your next one. Okay, so let me go and let's check out. Let's see.
You are enjoying Steve's very own live.
Oh no, I'm in the TV. This makes it easier to control the stream too. I can have another deck here. But the background, I need to set up the new background for the TV. I think I should have the Three Stooges dance behind me. Would that be cool? No, that was embarrassing. But yeah, definitely with with these in the deck in front of me. And all my stuff is working. All right. So I didn't need a second deck. So I can go back and delete that second deck. So I can use both of them. And help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. All right. So basically, with Touch Portal, I set the buttons there, but I can't control it from the desktop. It's designed for the tablet and the phone. What I set up on the buttons on Touch Portal show up on the tablet. When I set up the buttons on the deck for StreamerBot, I'm going to have to refresh the tablet in order to. I don't think it's going to be automatic, but we shall see. Let's add a couple of simple ones. So we have 12 columns and 12 rows. So actually what that moves it. Oh, here we go. Oh, so you can have more buttons this way. Okay. Oh, it did. It did update automatically on the tablet. Okay, cool. That was cool. The majority of my actions I do want to have animated. Son is going for a treat. What do I want? I'm gonna pick up some ice cream from McDonald's. Come on. we'll set up one button and then I'll call it a night. But right now, we'll just leave these. Cool. It does updates immediately, so that's gonna be cool. So I guess I can have actually 4 buttons per panel. And we can reduce the spacing or the corner radius, make it look more like a button, I guess. Let's see. Page updated. What if we did a 25? Page updating. Does that really matter too much? Nah. We have 12 columns and 12 rows. All right. We'll do one button. I'm going to do a button because we can do a toggle switch. I guess a status indicators and a slider. A toggle switch could be used for a sound deck. If you have action set up, you don't really need a toggle. Let's see. I have Coffee Scream. Didn't I have Boo? I mean, Embarrassed. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Let's go back and look at some of my actions here. Oh, I know I can do because I want to, let's see. Random video. We'll do that one. I like to do that when I'm starting to stream. Video. You can change the text color, the font size, the font family. I'm just leaving it all at default. You can change the background color. You can add a background image to it. We can search for icons. So these are like all the different icon sets. You have material, heroic icons, simple icons, VS codes, logos. So you can pick out of these. Let's see what I like for a random video. How about we just type in video and see what kind of icons show up? Here we go. So we can use excuse me. Okay, we'll add that icon in there. We can leave the button small or make it bigger. I don't know why it tends to disappear when I do that. Oh, because I didn't hit save. And now I can, but I still have to activate it. So let's go back to edit, go edit this way. Now we're going to go to action, and then it's set up for any connection, which means, you know, if you are using this on Linux and Windows. So we need to find the action that we're going to do is drop down, and I have it in my random. And it's my random video from folder random guy. I'm really great with the naming, I'll tell you. Then we can do a save. And then it showed up on my tablet. So let's see if we get this to work. Here we go. Hey, map guy. Hey, what do you think? Am I heading in the right direction? So now instead of running, I would have to run a test because I like to play that when I'm just starting out the stream to add a little bit something to it. You can request random guy, like exclamation point, you know, random. But now I can do it. It'll run through the actions. And this guy in red.
Good music, man.
Oh, well, thank you. We have the same tastes. Perfect. So that's how you do it. So I can look for other icons, colorful icons, and make it look sharper, better. You can get images from online in that. So that's using the deck. It's a web-based deck. You can run it on your tablet, and you can have fun, right? All right. Well, thank you for joining me tonight. I'm going to call it a night. I have to. My family's coming home. I haven't seen my wife all day. So
You are enjoying
tomorrow.
Steve's very own live.
Thank you, dude. So tomorrow will be Thursdays Without Borders. We're going to play some GeoGuessr tomorrow. Tomorrow's just game day. And then Friday's going to be makeup. We're going to do Tux Tuesday, Friday. Because I want to show some of the things that I have done in Linux for streaming to get a little bit closer to what I have in Windows. I'm not going to get there completely. If you are on Windows going to Linux, and you are a big StreamerBot user, it's going to be a big change. So, all right, let's go to thank you. All right, small stream tonight, just Total OS out of YouTube. That is fine. If you have any questions, if you watch this on YouTube later, I'm getting more comments. Like, your AI sucks, dude. But leave a comment. It helps with the engagement there on YouTube. I appreciate that. So tomorrow, Thursdays Without Borders. Boy, I'm having problems. I'll tell you. Thursdays Without Borders. We're gonna do some geoguessing. We're gonna find out where the fuck I am. So if you're in the States, stay safe. If you're out east with the snow, stay safe. Be careful. We'll get through this with the other stuff going on here. Appreciate you watching. Take care.